Hello everyone, this is Adi from tarotforlifecoaching.com. This is a reading for Leo for the week starting the 5th of February till the 12th of February. So this is for Leo from the 5th of February till the 12th of February. Just a general reading for the energies and messages for Leo for this week. I'm going to combine again, like I normally do, with some oracle cards. And just see what the messages are for you this week. And I want to thank everybody for subscribing and for liking, because I've just been so surprised and overwhelmed with people subscribing. And I've just started on YouTube, so it's a really lovely thing to see. Thank you so much. It's very much appreciated. And let's see what your message for today is. And the goddess cards. Let's see what the goddess cards communicate to you. And then also what we'll do is we look at the overview for the week from the bottom of the deck, which is like that, which is the Empress in reverse. So the Empress in reverse often tells me that people may have been working a little bit too hard and have been depleting their energies a little bit. It might be time to take a rest, because the Empress is often reflecting fertility and growth and new beginnings and all that thing. And it feels like when the Emperor comes in reverse, then sometimes we work too hard to make it, to create it, and we feel a little bit depleted. So we might need to take a little bit of rest and recuperate. So that might be the overall energy for you, Leo, over the week. And let's have a look at your tarot cards. Okay, so we start with the Hanged Man in reverse and the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Six of Swords. Excuse me. And the Eight of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, it certainly feels like the Empress is sort of the overall energy for you in terms of taking a little bit of time out. We start with the Hanged Man, needing to take some time out, but the Hanged Man is in reverse, which also means don't wait too long, and don't sort of exclude yourself from the people around you too long. I like the Hanged Man. It's a very skilled position to be able to hang on one leg on the tree branch, and to take yourself away from the hustle and bustle of life, and to be able to do that is a it's a huge achievement. It's like an inner stillness there. But in reverse, it may well say that you find it very difficult to take yourself away from the world and just to concentrate on your own needs. You might find that difficult. You might want to go forward, and I'm saying that, don't wait too long, because you do want to go forward, but at the same time, take some rest as well, and make sure that you do take yourself out, and that you don't feel like you need to keep going all the time, which the Queen of Wands would say. The Queen of Wands of energy is very much a lady who's going forward and wants to achieve things. It's a fire sign. It actually is your sign, Leo. So if you're male or female, it doesn't really matter. It says that you, in your own reading here with the Queen of Wands, feel like you want to go forward. And all I'm saying is just take your time a little bit, not too long, but do balance it out in a way, because there's these opposite feelings here going on, and yes, it just feels like you may need to take some time out, but don't isolate yourself either. There's a part in you that wants to go forward, so have that confidence as well, It will play out for different people in different ways. So some people will have a strong emphasis on having to take time out because they are exhausted, and other people just take a little bit, and just see how it relates to your feelings and your intuition. Then we have the Six of Swords, which is about often it's about leaving things behind and going forward, and it's coming in upright position. So it feels to me that you are, as the week is progressing, starting to feel ready to do that. Your thoughts are becoming more in balance, not imbalanced, and so more balanced, and it's time to make decisions to move forward and to maybe start towards a new way of dealing with old problems, or dealing with a new way of looking at the situation that's been troubling you or that's depleted you. And so this may well be a card that is inspired, by you taking some time out and looking after yourself and making sure that you're in the right position to go forward before you actually do take the jump forward. So the beginning of the week is actually quite important, just to reflect, to recharge, and to see which way you do want to go, what you do want to leave behind, so that you don't have regrets. Because the Eight of Cups is a card where it's related to feelings. The cups are related to your emotional life, and this person is sitting quite despondently, looking at empty cups, thinking, what on earth have I done with these cups? I didn't like them in the first place, sort of thing. And he wants to obviously do something. He wants to, he's not sure in this picture where to go with it. He's at the seaside, but it's not a place he can stay for long. And as this card has come in reverse on your spread today, it really does feel to me that you're going to leave some emotional stuff behind you, and you may have had some regrets, and you may have felt emotionally a little bit depleted. But it is time to leave it behind you, Leo, and you will, for yourself, probably find where that fits your life. It is something to do with your emotional life, an emotional connection with somebody, or a situation that you felt emotionally connected to. And so I really see a beautiful process here in terms of recognizing that you need to think, that you need to recharge, and then slowly starting to move forward again. You've got the energy there, and you have the vision, making decisions about leaving things behind, what you would want to leave behind, making good decisions, because you won't have regrets about it, and so you can go forward in that way. So it's a very positive reading for you for the next week. And I'm going to have a quick look at your angel card, which is Miracles. So it's just a reminder that miracles can happen, and that faith and trust is a very powerful thing, just to allow yourself to be inspired from within. And often we feel that we need to keep going, we need to keep forcing forward and be active, but actually taking the time out to be still is very important. And miracles can happen, and you can learn to listen to your thoughts, and maybe you're already doing it anyway, and really picking up what you need to do from within. The miracles often just come from within. They are not external factors. That all of a sudden you've got an inspiration, or a new thought that you didn't think was possible for you, and you can leave the old behind. It's a beautiful thing. And I do see this also with this card, because it does remind me of a sword card, actually. It's got like a light sword, which means it probably is related to your own thoughts and your own messages that come from within. So that might be part of your process this week. And then we have for you, from the Goddesses cards, we have Blossoming. Aerocura, I can never see these things, but Blossoming is your card, and it says you are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process. Just have patience and do not give up. So it's saying you are getting just started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. So that is what your card is, Leo, from the Goddesses. And also the Goddesses, obviously, I call them angel cards and Goddesses cards, but these are parts of yourself, speaking to yourself. And So it's not a religious thing. I don't see it like that. It's just really receiving the messages in some way and some form, and for you then to make use of it. So beautiful process, but do take time to recuperate. Make sure you look after yourself, that you get enough energy from your foods and from your exercise, or however you balance your body out, and then slowly start to move forward and start to leave things behind. Think about it very carefully. Miracles can happen, and just really allow that process to happen inside of yourself. So you don't have to have regrets about leaving the things behind. You just feel good about it, and you will then start to blossom in that direction, you know, what this reading actually refers to in your life, because it will of course be different in everybody's life. But yeah, just enjoy the process. I feel like it's going to be a beautiful week for you, Leo. And I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next Friday or Saturday for the following week reading. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon.